All right, guys. So, welcome to lesson 27. Now, we already learned about the areas, the different areas for rectangle, parallelograms, triangles, trapezoid, circle. So now we are going to look into how, if we change their dimensions, how will that affect their perimeter and their area? Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so here it's asking us find how the perimeter and area of the figure change when its dimension double. So here is the original picture, right? So here we are using a grid so you guys can visualize what's happening. Now, if I were to double its dimensions, that means the base will increase, will double. So we will multiply it by 2, we'll get 8. And the height will also increase to 4. So how does that affect the area and the perimeter? So first thing we want to do is to take a look at the perimeter. Remember, perimeter is adding up all the sides. So here we can see this will be 4 plus 4, which is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. So here the perimeter was 12. And here the perimeter here will be 8 plus 8, which is 16, plus 4, which is 20, plus 4 again, which is 24. So how do you see that the perimeter change? So in the rectangle. Now the best thing to do is to divide 24 by 12, and we can see that the little one was doubled as well. So the perimeter here was double. Okay, now when we double the in a rectangle, when we double the dimensions, the perimeters will double. Again, clearly how we can see this is to actually find each and then see the change. Now let's take a look at the area. So remember, the area was base times height. So here would be 4 times 2, which is 8. And here 8 times 4, and the area will be 32. Now, how do we go from 8 to 32? Now we can see that the area was quadruple. Now, quadruple mean it was multiplied by 4. So the area was multiplied by 4. The area of the small one was multiplied by 4. Or it increased by 2 square units. Okay, so that'll be 2 squares. Now, very easy, right? Yeah, good. Moving on. All right, so here's one. Go ahead and do it by yourself. Now, you want to make sure you draw the second one. That will make your life so much easier. Go ahead and try. And see what happened to the area in the perimeter. All right, so here's my new rectangle. And then it says that the dimension is 4 times as large as the given one. So that means here I have to multiply everything by 4 because I'm quadrupling the dimensions. So the base here will be 12 centimeters and the height here will become 8 centimeters. Okay, so now we need to see how it will affect the perimeter. So here we have to get the perimeter of both of them. So the perimeter of the small one will be 3 plus 3, which is 6, plus 4, which is 10. And the area of the small one will be 6. 3 times 2, which is 6 square centimeters. This is a 6. Oops, do a new one. Okay, so this will be 6. And now we have to compare the area of the larger picture. So here, the perimeter of the larger one will be 12 plus 12, which will give us 24. 24 plus 8, which is 32. 32 plus 8, which is 40. And the area is always base times height, so we'll get 12 times 8, which is 96. Again, for the area, my units will always be squared. Now let's go ahead and see what actually happened. So we can clearly see that the perimeter here quadruple in this case. So the perimeter here quadruple. And what happened here to the area? So this is one of the cases we can want to do 96 divided by 6. Let's bring up our calculator. And we can see that it increased 16 times. So here the area increased 16 times. Or 4 square. So what do you guys notice? In the previous one we did, when it was double, the perimeter also doubled and the area increased by 2 square. And here the dimensions quadrupled, and we also have the perimeter quadruple, and the area increased by 4 square. So that's one thing to keep in mind, so it can save you some time in doing a lot of calculations. Again, this is only for the rectangle. All right, moving on. All right, go ahead and try this one by yourself and then come back and get the answer. So here's the dimension will double 2 times as large. All right, here's the answer. So again, please redraw the picture. So this will be 10 and 6. And of course, we know by now that this one, the perimeter will double and the perimeter will increase by 4 or 2 square. All right, so here let's take a look at this these triangle here. Now let's use some easy numbers for these. All right, so here let's say we have the little triangle. The height is, let's say, 3, and the base here is, the base is 6. So how will this affect the area when we double it? All right, so here in the big one, if we double the dimension, so now the height is 6 centimeters and the base will be 12 centimeters. Now again, please draw both pictures when you guys are working. Now let's first find the area here for the triangle. So the area here will be half for the base times the height, or if you guys want, you can use base times height divided by 2. So here I like this one is because it's a little easier for me, but you do whichever one you like. So for the small one, again, I'm finding the area of the small triangle. So that would be half of 6 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. So that'll be 9 square centimeters. And now the area of the big one, half of the base times the height again. So the area of the big one will be half of 12 times 6, which is the height. So half of 12 is 6 times 6 is 36. Square centimeters. All right, and then here we can clearly see now when we do 36 divided by 9, now we can see that the area here quadruple. Okay, from the area of the little one quadruple when we double the size. Okay, almost the same as the rectangle. So we double the dimensions, the area quadruple. It become 2 square by 2 square. All right, now let's do some application. All right, so here we have me make silver dollar pancakes with a diameter of 2 inches, as well as regular pancakes with a diameter double that of the silver dollar. So does the regular pancake have twice the area of a silver dollar pancake? So again, here they do not give us pictures, so we want to make sure we draw the pictures. That will make life so much easier. All right, let me get a circle here. Okay, so here we have a little circle and we have a big circle. So here the diameter here was 2. And here we're going to double the diameter. So the diameter for this one has to be 4. Great. Now please be very careful. They're asking us about the area. Does the area have twice the area of the smaller one is twice? Did it double as well? So we have to go ahead and prove it. So he says we're talking about circles and the area is pi r square. So let's first find the area of the small one and then we're going to find the area of the big one. Please be careful that when we use area for circles, we use the radius. So the radius here will be 1 and the radius here will be 2. So area of the small one will be pi times 1 square. And the area of the big one will be pi times 2 square. So here I will get 1 square is 1, so the area will equal to pi. And here the area will be 3.14 times 2 square is 4. So let's bring up our cal and do this one. So here we will get 3.14 times 4 and we get 12.56. Now because we have decimals, so in order to see what happened, we actually need to go ahead and divide those two numbers. So we get that 12.56 divided by 3.14. And we can see that the area quadrupled. All right, again, same concept here when dealing with as the rectangle. We can see what happened to the area. We double the dimensions, the area is going to be quadruple. So no, the area is not twice. The area quadruple. Okay. All right. All right, go ahead and do this one by yourself. So here we have Ray right now is doing something. So will the new soup can take up double the shelf space? Alright, so here let's find the area of both of them. So here the original will be 38.47. Again, please use pi r square. And that 7 in diameter needs to be 3.5 for the radius. And the new one will be 153.86 square centimeters. So that will be 2 square or 4 times, not double, it will quadruple. It will be 4 times. All right, well, that was it for today. And in class, we'll be doing a lot of practice with these because sometimes they can be a little confusing, and we will actually use the grids so you guys can see what's happening. Hopefully, this wasn't too hard. Have a good one. Bye bye.